Good afternoon. My name is Allison. I'm going to do a spoken word. I did not title it. I guess I just forgot. But I really hope it ministers to you, and I hope that you enjoy it. I got to breathe first. I didn't want to write a love poem, but I feel this is something different. I didn't want to write a love poem, but I feel something is shifting. I didn't want to write a love poem because I feel they're too misgiven. I didn't want to write a love poem because our love is often wicked, and I didn't think this was my position, but God gave me permission. He said a love poem is your mission, so I already had one written, but I felt something was missing, so I checked my composition and rechecked my definitions and rechecked for prepositions. Then I went through inquisition, and my inner theoretician kicked in and had me reminiscent of the infinite intimacy that someone infinite had in me since before I was an infant. So this imprint calls for the love I seek to be different. This isn't an ordinary love poem because this isn't ordinary love. So I don't seek this love from earth, but I seek the love from He who never fails when it comes to delivery. See, I mean that some girls look for love in guys with money, but I love the God who provides the bread and even adds the honey. And on top of that, He throws in blessings for free because He paid it all off on Calvary. See, I mean that some people like blue stripes on their bills, but I know a revolutionary love that took stripes on His body at Calvary's Hill, and a revolutionary love that can keep my troubled water still, and a revolutionary love that I can believe in when it says I will. Revolutionary. I gotta say, it can even get kind of scary the way God loves me, even when my love for Him varies. I'm talking about the mood I carry when something doesn't go how I want it, but it was only God using His love to carefully spare me. You know how it is when how you feel about God varies, because the love from the people around you comes very rarely, but rarely will God's love diverge, and never will He switch up on His word, even when the things we do are absurd. What's the word? Unconditional. I seek God's unconditional love, a love that stays the same all the time and wakes me up every morning, even when I don't deserve to rise and shine or don't shine this little light of mine. From time to time, I realize how loved I am and recognize that real love never dies and comes from above. Have you ever heard of such a love? But wait. So God pours His love into me. So metaphorically, I'm the size of broccoli, God's the size of a tree, so God's love is big and mighty and alone. I'm a vessel, small and weak, so it makes sense to me that if God's love is so big, then I should have enough for you to see. And if God is within you, then shouldn't it show through? So when I receive God's love, it isn't just for me. And when I receive God's love, I'm going to set it free. And when I see my cup overflow, it's water for someone else to grow. And when there's an abundance of food on my plate, it's so that someone else can participate. And when I feel the clothes on my back, I'll be in the mood to cut everybody some slack. And when God brings me through something, it's for someone else to see that God is really worth trusting. And when God fills me with a love and a spirit to speak, it's a message that someone else needs. I don't speak to a beat, but the one that my heart keeps. So even when I'm at the weakest weak, the love that God put in me tweaks within, and that love within goes throughout. And when I get put down, I won't get burnt out, and I'll show some love. Like that revolutionary love that keeps my troubled water still, the revolutionary love that I can believe in when it says I will, the revolutionary love that outweighs the hate that came to kill. Revolutionary. That's the special type of love that forms in our hearts when we lift and love God as one body and we each hold apart. And when we love as a congregation, love is no longer simple but undergoes transformation and becomes adoration, which calls for God's exaltation throughout nations. And in the end, our revolutionary love will have uprooted the world's detestation and hate. We'll have reached its expiration that we won't be worried about the money because we'll have our priceless salvation. Yes, right now I see the generations that know the different type of love, a revolutionary love. Thank you.